Oops.
So over the past year, we have learned a lot. We've learned to depend on each other.
We share your story.
Keep doing what you're doing and don't stress about things that are out of your control.
We share your story.
You can't be over-prepared. Things change rapidly.
We share your story.
I have a great team. They did a great job during this whole thing. I can't be more proud of them.
We share your story.
Everything's built on integrity and also building trust within the community.
Welcome to the 2021 Better Business Bureau of Southern Arizona's Torch Awards, presented by South 32. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate companies, nonprofits, and entrepreneurs who display an outstanding level of ethics and integrity. Let's start the celebration by welcoming to the stage the President CEO of your Better Business Bureau, Pamela Krim.
Welcome to the live 2021 Torch Awards. We are so excited to be back together virtually for the second year. Congratulations to our finalists who every day do the right thing for their consumers, their employees, and their supporters. 2020 sure did bring a lot of daily challenges that you had to lead your organizations through. So please know my statement of congratulations is extremely heartfelt as we celebrate you this afternoon. We are here today to shed light on your many triumphs. We are proud of you all, and we are proud of our BBB. We are here to share your story. As with all organizations, we had our hurdles. It's been a tough year for all of us. Our team has worked hard working remotely. We had to keep our services available to our community, and our demand increased 35%. Our website has become a very busy destination to consumers for real, authentic information. Those scammers, they keep scamming, and we keep educating and battling them every day. My heart is full of pride for all of our team has accomplished in the past year. I still firmly believe that I have the best job in Southern Arizona. I want to thank our board of directors and our team here at your BBB for a very hard-fought year that was successful. We would have loved to be in person in the ballroom, sharing a toast and doing what makes our community unique. But we think you'll be impressed with today's presentation. And if we have a few glitches from technology, please bear with us. This celebration would not be possible but without all of our sponsors who encouraged us to carry on. Thank you, South 32, for being our title sponsor again this year. We all are extremely grateful. The technology that we are broadcasting from is supported by Audio Visual Management. It's a locally owned, global, and extremely innovative company. Thank you, Aaron Johnson, and your entire team. Trust me, you will hear more about all of our generous sponsors as the program goes on. But before we start the awards program, I would be remiss to not mention the recent loss of a very valued board member and friend, Ellen Curtin. Throughout this year, we will be establishing an award in her honor to highlight those individuals who make a difference in Southern Arizona. Ellen was a warrior for both our business and nonprofit community. She certainly gave more than she took while she was on this earth with us. More will come as we develop the formal criteria. But I want to say thank you, Ellen. May you rest in peace. I know you would want us to celebrate our finalists and winners in a big way. So please allow me to introduce our MC, Bobby Rich from The Drive. What can you say about this guy? Well, Bobby's a lifelong radio broadcaster, programmer, and manager. Bobby's a legendary radio person and a familiar, friendly, and fun voice to a huge number of Tucsonians, including myself, who listened to him on 94.9 for over 24 years. But now you can join him on The Drive in the morning at 101.7, one of Tucson's newest radio shows. So please allow me to welcome a longtime friend and community advocate, Bobby Rich. Bobby, thanks for jumping in.
Yes, okay. Ouch. That can hurt on somebody who broke a couple of knees recently. Good evening, afternoon, depending on what time zone you're viewing us from. We are very happy to have you with us. As always, Pam, thank you very much for the kind introduction and for mentioning my new radio station. I too am a small business. As one of the 3 owners of The Drive here in Tucson, and we are the fastest growing radio station in Tucson, doing very well, by the way. And thank you all for that, and for those of you who listen. It's great to participate. This is a cutting edge kind of a format. Of course, our community deserves the time to celebrate, and so celebrate we will. Southern Arizona continues to uniquely support our businesses and nonprofits who have stepped up this past year during what we all know are very trying times. So let's take this time to celebrate all of you. Let's celebrate our stories. A big thank you to our main sponsors again for entrusting us and believing in all of you finalists. South 32, our title sponsor. Cox Business, our technology sponsor. Suncrest Wealth Management, our billboard sponsor. Cox Media, TEP, Assured Partners, Nova Home Loans, Core Construction, Smart Motors, Home Watch Caregivers, and CopperPoint. These partners were instrumental in putting this event together. Audio Visual Management, Film Creations, and Next Trio making this happen today. Vero Amori making this event delicious. Hope you're enjoying some at home right now, wherever you are. Teller Trophies for once again designing our awards, and Mayfield's Florist for making our beautiful flowers. Thank you all. BBB takes judging these awards quite seriously, as it should be, as it is an ethics award. So please allow me to thank Travis Craddock, Torch Award winner 2019, Director of Development, Southern Arizona AIDS Foundation; Michael Fricke, Associate Director, Center for Leadership Ethics, University of Arizona, Eller College of Management; Bob Hoffman, President, Tucson Roadrunners; Melanie Edwards-Barton, Chief Executive Officer, Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce; Dean Kelly, Retired Vice President, Commercial Banking; Olivia Kramer, President and a Chief Executive Officer, Nogales-Santa Cruz County Chamber of Commerce; Dave Perry, President and Chief Executive Officer, Oro Valley Chamber; Andrew Hayes Spark Award winner of 2020 and co-owner and Vice President, Hayes Construction; Jenny Carrillo, MA, CFRE, Partner and Consultant, Alexander Carrillo Consulting; James Weldon, Torch Award winner 2020, founding CEO, Mariposa Community Health Center. Thank you for all of your hard work. You think that's a lot of judges? You should see them trying to go through all these different entries, because they're all, as Pam mentioned, are all qualified. It really is one of those times everybody's a winner. So all the finalists are winners. Now let's welcome to our title sponsor also, Pat Reisner. Pat, President of the new Mine Development Option, owned by Global Mining and Metals Company. South 32 is located near Patagonia in Southern Arizona, and he is a true advocate of ethics in all aspects of his life and his career. Reisner studied mining engineering at the Missouri University of Science and Technology. He is regarded as an industry expert in complex mine project planning and sustainable development internationally. So please again, welcome our title sponsor, Pat Reisner and South 32.
I'm Pat Reisner, president of the South 32 Hermosa Project, a mining development project in Santa Cruz County. South 32 and our Hermosa team are incredibly honored to once again sponsor the Torch Awards to celebrate the best in the Southern Arizona business community. This event is about recognizing those who lead with trust, integrity, and high performance. One of our core values at South 32 is care. It's a simple word that covers what I believe matters most: how we treat things, places, and people. Care encompasses what the Torch Awards honor too, as we are all here to celebrate you, business leaders who truly care about doing the right thing. South 32 is proud to be part of this business community. Our team members hail from neighborhoods and communities across Santa Cruz and Pima counties, from Nogales all the way to Oro Valley. South 32 became a member of this business community more than 2 years ago when we acquired the Hermosa project near Patagonia. The area where we're located is a very special place, where it is essential that we show great care in how we approach a mining development. Our team at Hermosa are up for this important challenge as we aim to bring to market key minerals that will be essential for our country's transition to electric vehicles, solar and wind power, and cleaner ways of powering our lives. The last year have been challenging and strange times for everyone. No person or business has gone untouched by the pandemic. There has never been a more important time for showing up with great care. We must continually seek ways to lift each other up during times like this. At South 32, we've done this by focusing on the safety and wellness of our employees and supporting our communities. We've prioritized these things while maintaining a focus on caring for our business to ensure that our employees work for a company that had a sustainable future, where they could feel secure in their jobs, and where the communities of Southern Arizona could continue to look to us as a supporter and an economic driver. So like many of you, we've spent the last 12 months reaching out to our neighbors, to understand what they needed to get through these difficult times. We've increased our charitable giving to include emergency grants and other support for nonprofits, small businesses, and even local governments who've struggled to cope with the pandemic. We've provided flexible remote working arrangements, mental health and well-being support, and no work or activity has been allowed to proceed that couldn't be done safely in accordance with CDC guidelines. None of this has been easy. The challenges have been enormous for everyone, and there's been a lot on the line. I'm sure many of you have felt similar struggles too, some who've been deeply impacted more than others. But I'm optimistic that brighter days lie ahead, and that we may be celebrating together in one room, side by side, a year from now. But today, even as we're not quite there yet, we're very pleased to be able to come together in this way and celebrate business leaders who have worked very hard to hold themselves to a higher standard. You demonstrate care every day in the way you create jobs, produce goods, provide services, and strengthen Southern Arizona. We are proud to stand with you and to honor your achievements today. May you have a wonderful evening and feel truly celebrated.
Thank you, Pat, and to South 32 support and our community involvement is appreciated by all of us. Our keynote speaker from right here in the Old Pueblo is Christy Street. Christy co-founded Next Trio 18 years ago at age 7. 18 years ago? What? And serves as the managing partner of this Tucson-based IT consulting firm of more than just 50 IT professionals, a lot. Next Trio has been recognized by Inc. Incorporated, by Inc., that is the Inc., the magazine, by 5,000 as one of the fastest growing businesses in the US, and recently was one of 2 Arizona-based companies to rank in the top 500 of IT service providers worldwide. Christy's been honored by receiving the Greater Tucson Leadership Women of the Year Award in 2016 and the Chamber of Commerce Leader of the Year in 2010. Most importantly, she, like all of us, shared in the difficult challenges and sometimes enlightening 2020. She understands the responsibility for making payroll for clients, to make their payroll through the pandemic. Welcome, Christy. Thank you for joining us, and I might add, at the Better Business Bureau headquarters near Stone Avenue and Broadway Boulevard. It's great to have a street involved in our show tonight. Get out your maps.
I'm glad you could use that joke, Bobby.
Yes, I am too. Couldn't use it any other place or time.
Thank you so much. What an honor to share this moment together with all of you. Tonight is a celebration at a time of renewed hope and energy in Southern Arizona. I feel it. I feel it amongst my friends and family and colleagues. I really hope you feel it too. The business community is starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And for the first time in many months, we're not worried that light is an oncoming train. The BBB is honoring businesses who demonstrated exceedingly high commitments to ethics. These nominees have achieved high standards and consistent principles that ensure they do the right thing for their customers and their staff. But how do you do the right thing when you don't know what to do? You talk it out. You compare what worked and what didn't. You share your story and others share theirs. This year, ethical decision-making involved so much more than just doing the right things for our customers. It meant taking care of each other, banding together as staff, clients, and community to keep each other afloat in a sea of uncertainty. And we did that by sharing stories. Now, as humans, we can really tell stories. We can't help ourselves. It's been part of our DNA since our primal days around the cave fires. From those suspenseful thrillers of how we avoided that wild mastodon, to the hyperbolic tales of that huge fish we once caught. We use the power of the spoken word to relay our perspective of events, spark ideas for the future, create relatable moments with other people, and generally cope in a world that often doesn't make a lot of sense. For the great Roman philosopher Cicero, stories were a sign of humanity's inherent communal and cooperative nature. He argued that stories are our greatest tools in creating a prosperous life for ourselves. So we clearly need stories. In them, we look for patterns and sometimes meaning, and very, very often, we use stories to seek empathy or express compassion. How many times in the last year did you ask someone about their story? Not just how are you doing, but how did you do that? Or what are you guys doing? During one of the most uncertain times in modern history, bright flashes of clarity were revealed when we shared our stories with each other. And for many of us, we found a strength we never knew and a definitive reason to kick it into a higher gear than we normally operate in. No matter how you fared this last year, there are things to be proud of. For all the businesses that struggled, there were as many that actually did great and captured gains and growth like they've never experienced before. Now, I don't love the word pivot. Pivoting has always sounded like a graceful move in ballet or a smooth mechanical operation in engineering. I think this year was about the lurch. You know, that abrupt, unsteady movement your car makes when you're trying to figure out how first gear on a manual transmission works and you don't want to stall. Or those off-balance stagger steps you take when something trips you up on your run. Lots of businesses lurched through 2020. And no matter how unsmooth it may have felt, it's really the important part of our story. We may have stalled, but we never completely lost momentum. We may have tripped, but we never stayed down. And as we get back to normal, how do you capture that ethos? How can we bottle the adrenaline and use it to push us forward? Inevitably, time will pass and the sharp reality of our struggles will dull. And the further we get from those moments of crisis and clarity, the harder it will be to recall the lessons learned. Some of our wise elders started the pandemic saying, "This too shall pass." But that doesn't mean that you should let it slip away unremembered. As hokey as it sounds, I thought I would write a letter to my future self, just to memorialize the moment and recall these feelings. I thought it might sound a little something like this. Dear Christy, with any luck, things are back to normal now. You probably don't think twice about heading to the grocery store, the movies, to church, or to school. But don't forget the journey that took you on a work-life detour for more than a year. I know you'll never forget the distress and the loss of those who suffered from COVID. And hopefully by now you found ways to ease the mental anguish of friends, family, and colleagues by listening and talking through those events. But maybe you're forgetting to thank yourself. Maybe you're falling into that all too familiar shoulda, coulda, woulda, the pattern that keeps business owners awake at night. Maybe smoke from the immediate fires of daily business are once again blocking the goal line on the horizon. Shut that down. Reread the story. It starts with recalling and believing in your own stories of optimism and positivity. Any high school English teacher can tell you that great stories rely on the hero's journey. You know the format. Every story has a struggle, some obstacles to overcome, setbacks that make you doubt success. You had them during COVID, and you'll have them again. Don't focus on the struggle. The part to remember is how you harness the energy to overcome the inertia. What jolted you off the place you were and moved you? That new service idea for customers, that change in your sales process to streamline buying, that accommodation you made for a valuable employee that allowed them to work from home. Tap into that energy and make those types of efforts second nature, and you'll always be doing the right thing in your business. And the The stories that come from those decisions will in turn be repeated by customers and staff, and the cycle will keep going. Sometimes life is hard, and there just isn't a reason. But there's always your reaction. You may not know where you're going on a future journey, or when, and like this past year, it may be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But you'll always know that just by being unstuck, creating stories and helping others to create and share their stories, you're doing the right thing. Now get back to work. Love your much younger and perhaps wiser self. Okay, I'll admit it, sometimes the line between a story and a pep talk is a little blurred, so don't hesitate to congratulate yourself in your letter to your future self. The point is, just capture your story, share it with others, reread it to yourself and your team. Don't wait for the next crisis, the next lurch. Push yourself and each other to achieve more and enjoy the process of getting back into high gear. Now, let's hear from a few other business leaders who have done exactly that.
We are a small plumbing parts supplier, specializing in hard-to-find repair parts. The pandemic pushed our sales up as people were stuck at home and listening to the constant drumbeat of dripping water. Our sales increased steadily, causing us to reevaluate our ordering schedule and stocking levels. We were able to expand into additional 850 square feet of space for a 3D printing farm. We currently have 6 production and 2 development printers. This year will see us making parts in-house for online sales.
2020 turned out to be a very different and challenging year for Americans and the world at large. To do our part in ensuring the health of our team members and their families, Nova implemented many health and safety protocols in the workplace. Since the beginning, Nova has taken our responsibility to help keep COVID infection levels down very seriously. This past year, Nova has relied heavily on email, phone, and virtual conferences as its primary communication with teammates and customers. Nova has also installed plexiglass shields in locations where team members and customers interact, provided masks and hand sanitizer, as well as posted signage to remind all of the CDC's prevention guidance. And team members with medical complications or extenuating family circumstances have been allowed to work from home.
We updated our website with a ton more content. We also included pricing information on the website, which was scary to do at first, but worked very well. This resulted in customers contacting us looking for these products and services ready to buy. We would get a few photos of the installation area, email the quote, and schedule service. This cut down on time spent in customers' homes and resulted in less contact. The effects of these changes are driving our business forward and have resulted in the best revenues to date. We don't do incredibly fantastic things in life until we are in trouble.
COVID showed us we are capable to get creative and succeed in new and different ways. We now have opportunities to take the obstacles COVID presented us and seek out all of the opportunities present so that we can continue to overcome and create marvelous future outcomes. Leaders that previously believed we can't are realizing we can. We can pivot, we did pivot.
Well, that was cool. And keep up the network text work that you're doing. We're seeing your little blue and yellow balloons and reading your comments. And you can stick around after the awards are over with tonight and hang out and network away. So are you ready for the awards? I guess, yes. We had an unprecedented number of nominations this year. The Torch Awards honor businesses, nonprofits, and entrepreneurs committed to the highest standards of ethics and trust when dealing with customers, employees, and the community. Recipients of the Better Business Bureau's Torch Awards embody BBB's mission of advancing marketplace trust. Every year, the public nominates companies and entrepreneurs that demonstrate ethical practices, promote a culture of ethics within their organization, are committed to the growth of all staff members, and engage and improve our Southern Arizona community. BBB accreditation is not required for this application. From the nominations, finalists are selected in the following categories. In business ethics, 3 categories. First, from 1 to 7 employees. Second, from 8 to 15 employees. And third, from 16 and up employees. And in nonprofit ethics, 2 categories. One below the 1.5 million in revenue and the other above the 1.5 million in revenue. And then the Spark Award for entrepreneurs. The Spark Award recognizes millennial business owners and co-owners who demonstrate a high level of character, generating a culture that is authentic about its mission and is engaged with the Southern Arizona community. Trust me, this is not an easy award to be a finalist for. Let's get on with the show. First, our Business Ethics Awards, Category 1, 1 to 7 employees, and the finalists are Dynamic Comfort LLC, AC and Heating. Dynamic Comfort is a local family-owned heating and cooling company that is run on the basis of the Golden Rule, knowing full well that having and practicing high ethical standard is the only true foundation for any successful life or business. To them, right will always be right and wrong will always be wrong. Dishonesty and rudeness will never be tolerated. Mrs. B's Cleaning Services, LLC. Their mission is to provide trusted, qualified, and affordable cleaning solutions for Sierra Vista and the surrounding communities. They not only clean, they have helped customers with simple shopping needs during the pandemic. They consider their customers as their family. SWAT Glass Incorporated. SWAT is a family-owned company founded in 2016 with a goal to offer the best auto glass services to customers with the best employees and best materials available throughout Arizona. Customer satisfaction is the #1 priority, and giving legendary customer service is always the ultimate goal. And the winner is Mrs. B's Cleaning Services.
What I've learned over the past year that really helped this company succeed is that cleaning companies are essential for health and sanitation. During the COVID-19 epidemic, people in the community were making sacrifices financially, and they were losing jobs and things were tight. And cleaning companies weren't one of the services they were willing to sacrifice, and the company changed to adapt to their needs. Being an ethical organization means that everyone is treated fairly. We maintain impeccable integrity as customers allow us into their homes. Employees and clients are treated as family, and it builds longevity for clients. I learned that I'm not just a cleaning service, that I became someone active in the community to help bring food to the shut-in elderly vets, and we also picked up pharmacy products to bring to their homes. So it made this company ensure that we were still sticking to hygienic practices, maintaining client health and sanitation as well. Just being a finalist is a humbling experience. To me, we already are winners. However, winning the award would show confidence in ethical practices for this organization. Further, I feel it would concrete our organization as a valued member of this community.
Congratulations to our finalists and to Mrs. B. By the way, if they make a movie of that, they should hire her to be Mrs. B, because she looks exactly like a Mrs. B cleaning services woman should look. That's fantastic. The next category is the 8 to 15 employees. The finalists are Air Tropics LLC. Their motto is built around taking care of customers honestly and ethically. After every installation, the owner sits down and writes every customer a handwritten card. Air Tropics believes it is not about the money, but that they are here to provide a much needed service to people in the community. Cal's Plumbing opened their doors in 1948. Since then, they have been dedicated to providing residential and commercial customers in Tucson with top-notch plumbing services. They have grown significantly over the years, but their values have not changed. They are now a third-generation plumbing company currently run by Cal's grandson, Daniel. And Encantada Roof Works, LLC, built on integrity, trust, quality, and professionalism. With 20 years of contracting background, they decided to specialize in roofing after seeing the extreme inflation that other roofers were charging. Encantada Roof Works wanted to change the roofing community in Tucson, as they have great passion and pride in our city and our community. And the winner is Air Tropics.
I guess what we've learned over the past year is that it pays off to be upfront and honest with our customers. Through the pandemic, they've had a lot of free time to do their own research and find out exactly what they were interested in. And we have learned that by being honest and having integrity and treating every customer as priority number one, we got a lot of free advertisement. To be an ethical organization means to be upfront and honest and do right by the customer. They are the reason that we are here and our priority number one. Of course, we want to win the customer's business, but we believe that our old-fashioned values and work ethic will be enough to win over the customer's trust. Knowing what I know now, I would have just told myself to persevere, to just push through and keep going. I mean, we all went through some rocky times during this past year, and by staying the course, we were one of the few that were able to grow through the pandemic. Winning the BBB Torch Award would validate everything that Air Tropics is about. All the values, standards, honesty, integrity, everything that we've built our business on here.
Congratulations again to our winner, Air Tropics, and all of the finalists. The third category is the 16-plus employees, and the finalists are Uru Auto, where it's all about the relationships and not the transactions. When they work on a car, they don't just see steel and rubber, they see their customers and their families in the car. And they know it's their job to keep them safer than when they came in. To Uru, auto ethical behavior is at the core of everything their team does. Silverado Rooter and Plumbing Incorporated. Employee handbook says it all. Silverado is a family-oriented, team-building plumbing company dedicated to the high standards of excellence. Our mission statement is to deliver the highest level of service at any affordable price by honest, hardworking, and experienced people committed to resolving all customers' plumbing needs. Arizona Foundation Solutions, an independently owned and operated foundation and concrete repair contractor who's dedicated to service the needs of our community's homeowners. Each employee strives to be a homeowner hero and treat people like their family. Doing the right thing is a must for every homeowner hero on their team. And the winner is Uru Auto.
In a nutshell, it's the relationships are the secret to success. We knew that going into the pandemic, and it became even more evident with our customers being so loyal to us, telling their friends and neighbors about what we do, and relationships have taken us through and even to help us grow.
So Uru was founded as an answer to the unethical practices found in the automotive industry. So internally, we focus on relationships, not transactions, people before parts. So really taking care of our team members, our customers, and the community that we live in.
Well, I think we would have, knowing the kind of support we got from the community and realizing that we are considered an essential business in the community, I think we would have grown even more aggressively than we have. We opened a shop in Green Valley, and we'd like to open at least 2 or 3 more shops in Tucson. And had I known then what I know now, I think we would have grown even faster.
Winning the BBB Torch Award would mean a great deal to us. Being in the automotive industry, we know that customers are concerned about ethics, and that's something that they really care about. And so being in our industry and just generally being recognized by the BBB as an ethical company, would really affirm and recognize, the work that we're doing every day.
Congratulations to the finalists and our winner, Uru Auto. Our community champions, our nonprofits are up next. Our first category, the below 1.5 million in revenue. This year's finalists are the Drawing Studio. For 30 years, steadily growing from a small private studio into a vibrant community-based nonprofit serving thousands of people across southern Arizona. Today, the Drawing Studio offers a wide array of classes led by accomplished professional artists, hosts events and exhibits, and builds awareness of the benefits of creative practice, offering scholarships for each of their programs to help make them accessible as possible for all. And Treasures for Teachers of Tucson, a nonprofit which provides educational supplies to all teachers throughout southern Arizona through donated and repurposed items. The organization gives critical and enhanced supplies and materials to any teacher for free or at reduced cost, allowing them to deliver an enriched learning environment. Given the current budget and financial cutbacks in education, Treasures for Teachers helps bridge the gap to provide tools that support learning. And the winner is the Drawing Studio.
I would say what we've learned over the past year that's helped us succeed is really to be flexible, number one, and to ask for help. When the pandemic hit and we had to shut down our doors, we had never offered a virtual art class in all of our 30 years. And so we asked our teaching artists, who can help us make this transition? And a handful stepped forward and helped train all the rest of the teaching artists. So within 2 weeks, we were fully online. For the Drawing Studio to be an ethical organization, we absolutely must deliver on our mission. We're a nonprofit, and that means that we need to include all of the community in our art programming, not just the part of the community that's able to pay for our classes. So that's where we're putting a lot of our emphasis in coming years. Knowing what I know now, I would emphasize mental health much more so than we ever have. And I would, and we are, incorporating mental health into our benefits package in various ways. We know that art is an important part of mental health, and we're also including that in our benefits package. Winning the Torch Award would mean to our organization is we would feel that we are able to really double down on that philanthropic commitment that we have to Tucson and the broader community in delivering programming, not just to people who are able to pay, but to everyone who needs art in their life.
Congratulations. Congratulations to you, Drawing Studio, and our other finalists. And now, on to the 1.5 million and up category. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Southern Arizona. Since 1963 has been changing children's lives by matching them with caring adults to guide them on a path to success. Their one-to-one mentoring relationships support the critical social and emotional development needed to help build resilience and promote the mental health and well-being of children. Youth on Their Own, a Tucson-based nonprofit that supports high school graduation and continued success of youth experiencing homelessness. Last year, they served 2,000 homeless and unaccompanied youth with services including a financial stipend for student and basic needs, such as food, clothing, hygiene items, school supplies, technology, bus passes, bicycles, and emergency bill assistance. Habitat for Humanity. They're known for creating a more compassionate and just world. Habitat Tucson brings people together to build homes, community, and hope. They have built more than 475 homes and provided critical home repair to more than 100 Tucson families using volunteers and subcontractors. Habitat for Humanity Tucson also serves as a lender, issuing nearly 500 loans to low and moderate income families. And United Community Health Center of Green Valley, a federally qualified nonprofit community health center. Their mission is to serve the healthcare needs of all, regardless of their ability to pay. Their mission states, we deliver quality care that is accessible, comprehensive, innovative, compassionate, and culturally sensitive in an atmosphere of trust and respect. And the winner is Youth on Their Own.
One of the things we learned over the past year is really the importance of our community partners. As needs really skyrocketed during COVID, it was important that we really joined together with our partners in the community to make sure that we were still able to meet all the growing needs of youth experiencing homelessness in Tucson. Being an ethical organization means that you really live your values. That's really what ethics are. It's how to put your values in action. So really living up to our ideals in all of our behavior and the way we treat each other and the way we hold each other accountable. Advice I would give myself at the beginning of the pandemic: embrace flexibility. You can still achieve the end outcome that you have in mind, but maybe you might take a different path to get there. And this year was all about agility for us and just being able to pivot to still meet the needs of the community, but maybe in a different way. Truly, it's such an honor that we were even nominated for the Torch Award. Youth on Their Own really works hard to be an ethical organization in all ways. It would be such an incredible honor to receive this recognition and something we would just be so proud of.
Congratulations to all of our finalists and our winner, Youth on Their Own. And now, on with the Spark Award. And by the way, keep up the networking text working. We're really enjoying all the balloons and the comments that you're making. And you can hang around for a while afterwards if you like. On the Spark Award, it goes to a millennial business owner who demonstrates a high level of character, generating a culture that is authentic about its mission and is engaged with the Southern Arizona community. Our finalists are three deserving individuals, written in their own words. First, the BBB Tourism Center's David Russell. David said, "Not being well known in Bisbee, I had my struggles, and it took some time for me to prove myself as a leader within the community, let alone a representative of Bisbee and as a tour guide. The Bisbee Tour Company was literally born and raised on a golf cart in a dirt parking lot with 2 employees. As we developed a strategy moving into our first home, well, kind of, it was our control station, better known as the shed, in the parking lot. We honed our skill set in not just offering a tour of Bisbee, but by providing an experience to talk about. In the first year, we were able to triple how many vehicles we had, as well as we developed various types and lengths of tour options. Later, expanding the business to offer hiking adventure, electric bike rentals too. And yes, David attributes their success and growth on his team members and being an active member of their community in Bisbee. Our next Spark applicant finalist is Robert Fillmore of Cam L Towing, who told us that he shared that he has only a high school diploma and worked as a cowboy, a dude wrangler, and a Western stuntman for years. After a few years as a very productive route driver and salesman for a bottled water industry, he moved into a roadside service and found his niche. He quickly felt he could be his own boss and provide better service with more integrity than what he was seeing in his industry. He feels he was born for this vital outdoor work, helping people. His partner is a business development specialist, and she helps with the organizational stuff. We are very proud of the cleanliness of our business, he went on, at every full transparency, totally client-centered business. There are so many heartwarming human interest stories in our cases over the past 3 years. and his cowboy values of integrity and honesty frame all they do and have contributed to their success. And our third finalist for the Spark Award, Wildcat Painting Company, LLC, Alejandro Vidal, who says, going from employee to a business owner is a different ballpark. I am no longer just looking out for myself and my loved ones, but I am in charge of all of my employees who look for me to provide for them and their families. There are no more days off. You're on 24/7, whether you like it or not. Alejandro goes on to say that I'm always thinking of a way to be different. If you just relax for a moment, you're giving your competitor time to catch up, or you're giving them the ability to do the ideas that you've been thinking of. You must keep it fresh and move things around. Change your website, change your specials, make yourself stand out by having cool business cards or digital cards. Ask your employees what they would think. Now, those are the three finalists, and the winner is David Russell, Bisbee Tourism Center.
I think one of the things that we've learned throughout the past year is definitely when something goes wrong, don't shut down and just get stuck. Stay positive, keep rolling with the punches, and change what is in your control so that you can move forward, really. I think with being an ethical organization, you have to lead by example with a level of professionalism and respect while working with a team to fulfill our mission. Each member of our team demonstrates this in their passion and integrity that they show. Some of the advice I'd say to myself, a year ago would be, we're kind of in the business always saying, yes, we can do that. We'll provide, go up and out of our way to do so. But people understand, with the challenges, that it's okay to say no, and that there are times that, we're going to be unable to provide all the services that we typically would. Being a finalist is exciting on its own, but winning the BBB Torch Award would be a validating, gratifying honor, knowing that the BTC has grown to be a successful and professional startup venture.
Congratulations, David Russell, winner of the Spark Award, and the other finalists. And what a great celebration. Congratulations to all of you. Pam Krim said, we're going to bring this in under an hour. It's now 5:49. We've done it in 50 minutes. Nice. And you get to hang out, have cocktails, look at the screen, make your little balloons and all that. Just keep this in mind, okay? Ethics plays a major role in guiding people and building trust. Trust being a cornerstone to our positive direction in our work and in our lives. This past year in particular called on our courage to lead, to participate, and sometimes we felt defeated. 2020 forced us to think out of the box and to reach deep down inside us to find strength and resilience. John Wayne, who doesn't get quoted nearly enough anymore, once said, courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. Our world is a better place because of all those celebrated tonight. Finalists, winners, sponsors, board members, employees, thank you. Thank you for saddling up. We look forward to celebrating next year. Stay safe. Thank you for joining us tonight, and keep hanging out, texting yourselves, and making more friends. It's all about networking.
Thank you for attending the 2021 Better Business Bureau Torch Awards, presented by South 32. A special thank you to tonight's keynote speaker, Christy Street, co-founder and managing partner of Next Trio, recently honored to be named Woman of the Year by Greater Tucson Leadership for her community involvement. And our MC, Bobby Rich, KMZX The Drive's president and program director. Thank you to our generous sponsors, without whom this evening would not be possible. Congratulations to our finalists, who demonstrate the best of businesses, nonprofits, and entrepreneurs, whose business practices and related activities exemplify BBB's mission to ensure the marketplace remains fair and honorable in Southern Arizona. And finally, congratulations to our 2021 Torch Award winners. Thank you for attending. We look forward to seeing you in person next year at the 2022 Better Business Bureau Torch Awards.